Good morning, everybody. Hello and welcome to our Hunky Dory TV show today on this wonderful happy Friday. We're celebrating our 14th birthday in style, and what a week we have had. We've had discounts, we've had goodies, we've had launches, and today is absolutely no different because we are going to be launching some incredible new Moonstone Dies. We're going to be spinning that wheel and we are going to be announcing the winners of our Win It Weekly competition. But before we get into that, let me introduce you to everyone joining us today. So obviously I'm Rebecca and I'm going to be your host for this fine hour of crafty fun. We've got Gemma in the producer's station. Good morning. And ready to craft for us today, we have the one and only Natalie, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Should have been Rach today.
Yeah, you're on the suspense for Rach.
I'm on the suspense for Rach. She's at home looking after her little ones who aren't too well, but I'm here ready to craft, so let's do this.
I know. The best thing about being on the suspense is usually you get to play with something really exciting.
I know, and this is super, super fun.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So
like just the cutest selection.
They're lovely, aren't they?
And we were, when these launched on Hobby Maker on Tuesday, I think every single person was like baffled with how quick they sold out.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
everybody.
They sold out so fast.
Yeah, definitely. It is one of those that if you had your eye on it on Hobby Maker and didn't manage to get it, you can get it with us. Or if you just kind of want to get it from us, that's absolutely fine too. We're launching them here today. Until Sunday, our birthday celebrations continue and you can shop with an extra 14% off all of your orders. You do need the code, which is birthday14. So Club Hunky Dory members will get roughly 19% off and Diamond members will get a huge, again, roughly with adding percentages, is 24% off. That's until Wednesday.
We've moved it.
Oh my, it said Sunday. We've moved it. We are good to you guys. It's going to be Wednesday, so treat yourself all weekend and into the beginning half of next week with that amazing discount code birthday14. Okay, what's up next? It is Win It Weekly time. What a prize this is. We have been saying this all week, but what a prize, guys. Look at all this amazing Diamond Sparkle shimmer card that you could be taking home. Each one of these colours that I'm showing you has an extra 10 sheets in a pack. So 100 sheets of this beautiful Diamond Sparkle shimmer card could be yours and we could be announcing your name today. So get your answers in. It's worth £39.90. What a whopper. And we would like you to comment your answer to the following question as well as liking and sharing our video. And the question is, how many candles were on the world's largest birthday cake? Is it A, 55,142, B, 72,585, or C, 32,469? Woo!
I'm excited to find out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's it. With it being Friday, we're going to tell you the answer. We're going to announce those winners. So keep your comments coming in. Okay, the next part of our show is our fabulous live launch. It's our Fairy Petal Edgit Dies, and we're going to run a little VT. Oh my goodness, how sweet are these amazing, incredible Moonstone Fairy Petals Edgit collection. We've brought you Edgit Dies before, and this is the next sort of piece of the puzzle, if you were. It's our next sort of launch for these incredible die cutting sort of technology, so it just sits on the edge of your card. So we have a bundle for you, all 4 Fairy Petals Moonstone Edge dies, $44.96, and you are not going to be paying that full price with our birthday promotion. Let me get the prices on those for you. So the Ultimate Collection is working out at, if you're a Club Hunky Dory member, it's $43.26, and if you're a Diamond member, it's £40.99.
Wow. That's like £10 a die. That comes down to.
And they're so detailed.
That's so good.
They're so big, they're so detailed. I can't believe, you know, I've seen dies like this in the shops and on websites that you wouldn't begrudge paying £15 or £20 for.
Exactly.
Never mind 10.
There's so much detail in them as well.
I know, absolutely. Just look at them. So they've got a slightly floral theme. Tongue twisting. So we've got the beautiful bluebell here. Again, we've just popped a little card model on for a little bit of inspiration. Super, super simple to make. And they include one very large, substantial metal die, though you can still get them through your Geminis, your Juniors, your Big Shots, all of those kind of medium kind of size machines. And it will create a decorative edge for your card. You can obviously snip into that and make toppers or panels.
Definitely.
And again, you can snip the fairy out herself. You don't have to have that floral edge. Whatever you like to make your card. And obviously, we've just paired it with some Matastic cardstock, but it looks great with the shimmer card, some mirror, anything you want to be die cutting this out of, it will look absolutely beautiful. They are just the centerpiece for your card. You don't need anything else with these. So that's our first one, our beautiful bluebell. Then we've got our dazzling dahlia, which I absolutely love, and each fairy is different. She's got her own personality, she's got her own sort of like flower, super, super cute. So this one, she's got her little braids and she's just sat on top of that lovely big dahlia there, absolutely stunning. It's got the leaves at the bottom and she's just sort of just beautifully gliding on through that die there. It's beautiful. As you can see, they are really, really nice and big and substantial. And again, we've just popped that with the purple. And then we've got our joyful jasmine. So this fairy is in flight, as you can see, and again she looks beautiful, just snipped off, just landing on a flower or the edge of your card or anything you like. And again, you can cut these out multiple times and have a sort of little fairy family if you're getting them all. And again, you've got those beautiful, delicate jasmines just curving on that border there. Again, you can just see how that's going to create the edge of your card. You've got the stitch detail in there. You've got a little bit of fairy sparkle, sort of like debossed on there. It's designed to work with a 6x4 card blank or larger. But obviously, like I say, you can get snipping away into those. And then finally, we have got our sweet sunflower. And doesn't this one look perfect in yellow? Again, you've got that other fairy. She's got sort of her hair tied up in a sort of style there. You've got the huge sunflower making an absolute show-stopping centerpiece for your cards. And look at that cute fairy on there, just perched on that leaf, just looking beautiful. Pop a little bit of glitter on here or some embossing powder. They also look really, really good done that way. And again, you've got that die on a bit more of a straighter edge there, but you've still got all that stitching detail on the stem of the sunflower just curving round there. If you want to buy them on their own, they are available separately, but they're $14.99 on their own. So, you know, by the time you've took that diamond price off, you know, you're saving a £5 like per die on these, which is just a saving that is just really, really going to add up. We've got some more bits and pieces to show you as part of that Ultimate Collection, but we're going to go over to Natalie and see how easy these are to put together, because they really are.
They're so beautiful and they just make effortless cards. So I'm going to show you in the most simplest way how to make this up. So I've got a piece of my duotone Matastic. We've cut this to 6x8 and then I've scored it in the centre already at the halfway point. So that's made me a little 6x4 card. So these are great to do on 6x4s. Add your little sentiment and then you can create your own beautiful notelet sets. I'm going to pop this, and this is what's great about them as well. Depending on where you put them on the card, I could line it up here and have a lot of space on this section. I could line it in the center and have my die just coming off the edge here. I'm going to actually line it up to my score line just about, because I want to do some detail work in the background.
Amazing.
So make sure it is taped down, because we don't want any movement on this. And you've got these really nice notches as well, which just hang over your cardstock. If you're using obviously a larger card, they're going to cut into the area as well to give you a nice feel. And then we're going to run that through our die cut machine. So just placing this on our Gemini, and like Becca said, you will be able to fit these through your smaller machines if that's something that you have. Anything with obviously you wouldn't be able to make larger cards than
what you can fit through. Yeah, of course.
Or 7x5. You wouldn't be able to make anything any bigger than that, depending on how you're going to cut it out. So I'm going to run this through our larger machine, but don't let that put you off if you do have a smaller machine, because we've made lots of cards using our MIDI.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, definitely. It cuts out wonderfully with the MIDI.
So let's see how this is done. And it's cut really, really nicely. You can see that going through that. I'm just thinking that this section here is a little bit, let's just pop it.
You're going to give it one more pass?
I'm just going to twist it. It's always worth it sometimes.
Yeah, that's it.
Just to make your life easier.
Yeah, that's it.
Because you're not going to have to struggle with popping out all of those bits. Just run it back through. And if you're turning it, obviously the pressure in your machine's going to change. We all know our machines
Definitely.
that we use, so you know how to get the best out of them. So let's just run that. Take this out now. And there we go. That's a lot better. So I'm going to release this now from here, and be super, super careful when you're doing this, because you don't want to rip any of that gorgeous detailing, and there is so much within here. So just using my knife just to release some of these petals from here, and if I just get under this section, I can get this leaf out. There we go. Have I got it? There we are.
I was just thinking about what you said about making a notelet set. How gorgeous would it be? The set of all 4 fairies in all the different colours.
It's so pretty. It's such a good idea, isn't it?
It would be lovely to do that, and so simple as well.
Okay, so I'm just going to remove this bit off with the tape, and then I can really focus on just making sure that I'm releasing these elements as nicely as possible. There we are. So we have that gorgeous detailing now. Let's just pop this all to one side, and then I'm going to use my tool just to get out any of those other little bits and pieces that are stuck in here. And your die brush is great for using with dies like this when you've got so many different elements. It is absolutely perfect for just helping release all of those little spots. So
I actually find it really satisfying as well to see all like the little pieces come out.
Just come away.
Yeah.
Perfect for so many different techniques as well. Fussy cutting is a great one, because you can cut around all of these different elements and make stunning cards with them. And then something else which is really fun to do with these dies as well is paper piecing.
Oh, definitely.
Or
really,
layering
fun
up
technique.
all of your colours. You can even use these as stencils as well, so you could get your inks in there and stencil around that. Oh no, just dropping it all on the floor. Here we go, it's back. So I'm going to lift up now. We've just got 2 more pieces in here. Let's get those out, because we don't want those in there. I'm going to lift up these elements, because we do have this to be able to just give some dimension, and then this edge of your sunflower as well lifts away from that card, so it's going to give it a new lease of life. So we've got our front of our card now. I'm just going to get my score tool and just score that edge down so it's nice and neat, and then I'm going to bring it in some of my ink and one of my amazing new stamps to to finish this off. So I'm going to go with Wishing You Everything Wonderful, I think.
Aww.
And I might even do... I'm going to do this one as a bigger sentiment. So if I pop this on here, because this is like quite a nice light brown colour, I'm just going to stamp this in my background of my card. And I'm going to do a little bit of second generation stamping and first generation stamping, so you get that nice wear on the stamp.
Oh, I love that technique, especially with the coloured ink pads as well. It's so effective.
So you've got lighter elements and darker elements on here as well. Let's just do a lighter one. I'll just use this piece of scrap to pop that in, and then I think one more up here. And then if I go in with my wild mushroom, I'm just going to go around the edges to bring all that colour in to make this a little bit more rustic on this background. So just using the edge of your image to do that, and then you can also just lightly do it on the edge of your die as well, because that'll allow it to stand off the top of that card.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
So folding that over now, you can see that ink is giving it just a little bit more of a lift, a little bit more of a touch of dimension. So we've got that ready to go, and then we just need our main stamp now, don't we? So let's go with Brighter Days Are Ahead. Let me just, I'm struggling to get this off here. There we go. Brighter Days Are Ahead. I'll go in with the wild mushroom actually. I'm just going to use the little offcut here to stamp onto, and then we can cut it out.
Okay, yeah,
so we'll use all of our scraps. So Brighter Days Are Ahead. And let's see if I can just line that back up. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. That
just
looks
to give
so
it a
great.
little bit more, make it a little bit more darker, just going over that there then. And we'll just trim this out using our scissors and pop it on the top. So I'm just gonna straighten that out because it's a little bit wonky. And then if I just trim around here, giving it a nice sort of thick edge around the top, around all of that really nice funky text.
Yeah, honestly, the type, I can't wait to show you guys these stamps. They are incredible.
There's so many lovely phrases as well, just really going to brighten anyone's day receiving a card made with these stamps.
Yeah, definitely.
So just down to the bottom, following that line, and then I just need a little foam pad. And I'm going to pop that on here. So let's just pop that down in, where are we going to put it? Here, I think. You're going to be able to see that the best.
I think that looks really good there.
And then gemstones, glitter.
Of course.
Has to be the one, doesn't it? I'm hoping we've got some sepia glitter ones, but I'm not sure if we do. So if we've got some in the shimmer, that will work just as well. Oh, I think we've got some here. Oh, do you know what? I didn't even think of these.
Oh, the gold
leaf ones.
Yeah, they would look cute for that little bit of touch of fairy sparkle.
Okay, let's go in with these. I'll use this nice sort of lighter gold colour. Beautiful champagne colour, actually.
Yeah, it's so
it's
nice,
gorgeous.
aren't they?
And pop them on there. And then we are done.
What a beautiful card, and put together in absolutely minutes, so easily.
They are just phenomenal to be able to make super quick cards with, and like I say, each design is different. They're going to give you so many different options, whether you move your die further away so you've got more space on the front, then you can add your sentiment on this side.
Yeah, definitely.
The possibilities with these dies are endless, but they're just the most beautiful designs.
They are so gorgeous. That card is beautiful, Natalie. Thank you so much for making that for us. Let me show you some more cards that have been made with these beautiful fairy dies. So we've got it on some craft card with a little bit of our parchment, just coloured in the wings and that bluebell that she's holding there, just for a little bit of extra pop. So you can be getting your gel pens or your colours out for these. Again, your embossing powders. We've got this beautiful one from Debbie here that's been popped onto a frame, sort of as like a topper or an element piece. All these fussy cut bluebells, which must have just taken ages to colour, but they are so worth it because they're absolutely beautiful. And then we've got the shaker in that as well. Absolutely lovely. We've got a really nice monochromatic one there as well. Friends Make the World More Beautiful, with a little bit of rainbow mirror on there, just to give it that tiny bit of sort of like holographic colour on there. So many beautiful ones here. Today is special because of you. We've got a bit of stays on that acetate and a lovely inked background on there from our lovely Rachel. And we've got another one here, paper piece with that. I mean, this is just stunning.
Wow.
This is why you need to enter our Win It Weekly competition, guys. Look how gorgeous that diamond sparkle card is.
It looks amazing paper piece.
It does, doesn't it? Especially with that like beautiful turquoise green on her wings and the flowers with the orange there as well. It just looks stunning. We've got this one as well, again with that bit more of a rainbow holographic feel. Again, get that out because that is just going to look so perfect with these sort of magical themed cards. A little bit of raffia on there to finish that up. And this is what Natalie said as well, like your placement of the dies. This one's like a little bit further on. It's a 6x6. That's how they can look so different. We've got another one as well with that beautiful sunflower, and this is
sweet.
It's really nice, isn't it? With some, I'm going to say this is our glimmer mist here on the side, just sprayed on there for a super simple but effective look. And we have cut that sunflower out to make our very own topper. Paper piece, again with that diamond sparkles card. You need all the glittery things, whether it's gemstones, glitter card, glimmer mist. You're going to want to get all of your sparkly things in your basket and with this collection.
100%.
I'm going to save some more for the end of our show, including our fabulous big centerpiece make that we have. And I'm going to show you the next things that we've got with this ultimate collection. So we've seen the dies, they're absolutely beautiful, and we are going to be coming to those again for a quick recap. But I'm going to be next showing you I'm going to bring in these stamps actually that Natalie was using. She showed us one, and literally 8 sentiment. I always think sentiment stamps are so handy. They really are, because you can just pop them across all of your card making, pop them on the inside for a nice stamp sentiment, use them all over a background like Natalie did with her demo, and they are so nice. And
they're just so uplifting, I think,
really
as well.
are.
So they're perfect for like cards where you just want to make someone smile.
Definitely, and every single one of these sentiments is going to do that. You've got Trust the Magic of New Beginnings, Born to Sparkle, Today is Special Because of You, Dream Big, Sparkle More, Shine Bright. I think you could even chop this one up and just have like Dream Big or Shine Bright. You've got Brighter Days Ahead, Friends Make the World More Beautiful, You Are Magical, and Wishing You Everything Wonderful.
So lovely.
So they are so nice, and they really fit the fairy theme perfectly without being so specific that you can't use them with anything else. They're perfect. They're going to go in your collection beautifully. We've added a little bit of colour onto the packaging. Look at those in all the different colours. Again, it's got that really nice mixture of typography, very sort of magical and ethereal themed. You've got some little fairy dust and sparkles on there, and again they look great heat embossed, or with some like sort of glitter embossing powder. They are wonderful, super handy set to have for only £8. The next piece that we would recommend going with all of our Edgit dies is our wonderful duotone Matastic.
100%.
And I was telling Dan yesterday on the show, it's only when we launch something, I'm like, how did we ever live without this?
Yes, and this is one of them, isn't it?
It is one of them, definitely. So you are getting those 2 colours in there. exactly the same colour, just in a different tone, so they match perfectly. So you've got your brighter colours on this side. 24 sheets in total, 8 colours, 3 of each, so plenty. And you can just see how these pastel tones are just going to work so perfectly with your fairies. But a nice sort of like dusty rose colour there, which is just perfect for that sort of autumn and winter time that we're coming into. Nice, again, a nice bright autumnal orange there. Doesn't just have to be a sort of spring and summer colour. Oh, the gorgeous, I want to say this is like our burnt sienna in the normal Matastic. It's lovely. We've got that honey toned yellow that just works so perfectly with the sunflower. Really nice pop of green. You can just see how this is going to be working with all those flowers and those leaves, because they are just the perfect sort of colours for all those sort of like floral and fairy images. Really nice blue, and obviously it is Matastic. We saw Natalie stamp onto this, add her ink pad around the edges, and we've got this really nice sort of, again, it's just like a dusty kind of rustic brown colour. It's beautiful. And then we've got our sort of rich espresso kind of colour on there. So let me show you again what they look like on the other side. Like, just look how different they are.
They're so beautiful, aren't
They really are.
It's such a lovely collection.
There's a colour for every occasion, every single recipient. So you've got all your pastel shades on this side, and then we flip it over and we get that as well. So if you're doing fold backs, easels, funky folds, you're not going to have any white space to worry about.
Your prices on this are incredible as well. If you're a Diamond member, this comes to under £10.
And I know your diamond price on that cardstock is £9.28, and that would be
it's just incredible.
That would be incredible for just single-sided Matastic. Never mind this fabulous duo tone Matastic. You're going to be able to use it with all of your makes, not just these dies. But we do have that in that ultimate bundle for you. So if you want absolutely everything.
What?
I know. If you want all 4 of these dies, if you want all of this duotone Matastic, and you want the stamp set, so everything you need from start to finish to make the perfect fairy projects, it's £52.95. And don't forget, that is your full price on there. So Diamond and Club members are going to save even more. Oh, it doesn't include, oh, I do apologise.
No, you just got the Matastic.
The Matastic and the dies.
And the dies.
Oh, I'm so sorry. God, honestly, I'm going to get in trouble.
What? Right, let's just look at this. Okay, so you buy all of those stamps, all of the dies, sorry, £34.80 is your Diamond member price.
Incredible.
You add your Matastic to that, it comes to just over £40.
Yep.
That is just unspeakable.
It's
savings.
It is absolutely incredible. It really is. I'm going to repeat the Win It Weekly question, and then we're going to go straight back to Natalie, because I can't wait to see another demo. So for your Diamond Sparkles card, how many candles were on the world's biggest birthday cake? A, B or C? And I think we're on the last call for that, aren't we, Gemma?
Yeah.
Get your answers in. So we'll be announcing that, I think, after this quick demo from Natalie.
Okay, so I've got a 7x7 Ink Me card blank, and I've lined up my beautiful bluebell. So I've got even spacing on all 3 of these sides. So let's run that through our die cutting machine. So I'm just going to pop that through, and then we'll reverse it just so it goes through twice. Has it got that?
Perfect.
So you can hear it cut. And we'll reverse it. There we go.
Oh.
And then what I've got is our largest stitched circle die. And we're going to make a nice little aperture card with this. So take out your die now. And again, that has cut really beautifully. So I'm just going to remove this from here, being super careful with my tape, because we are just going to use this as the front of our card. This section isn't too bad because we can change that up. So pop that through like that, and then I just need to get this tape. And then with our circle die, I'm going to just lift up my die cut elements and place this.
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
Into here. So when I'm happy that it's central, I'm going to cut and stick my tape down onto those two edges, and we'll pop this back through the die cutting machine. Let's just see if we can remove any of these pieces just by popping those out, because that is going to create something. And I'm actually just going to use my external sort of plate there. I'm not going to put in the metal sheet just because I don't want as much pressure going on to this. So just run that through once, and because it's just a single cut line, it's going to cut really, really nicely through that.
Amazing.
And then we can let's put our plates back. We can just pop this out now. So lift up that tape and then just slide that die out of that section.
Ooh.
And using my die brush, where is it? Here we go. Let's just run through all of that spacing, get all of those little bits and pieces out. Use my pokey tool just to get in all of those tinier elements that we've got here with this die. Let's run.
Oh, Nikki's just saying, these are
those edges.
New colours in the duotone. I think this is just our sort of core range.
This is the core colours. So if you've already got your duotone Matastic, then you will have these colours.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a classic sort of core one, which is this one that we've shown you today, and we did bring out a festive one for the Christmas
We did,
ones.
and the festive ones would work with some of these other designs as well, I think.
Oh, definitely. You can mix and match across all of your stash with those. But yeah, we have just brought our general.
It's like an everyday colour palette, isn't it?
It's a bit like
very vibrant.
The core colourways in our adorable scoreable and our single-sided Matastic. So hopefully that helps. So someone else asking, might have just been a little bit late and saying, will it fit in the midi? It definitely will. Yeah. Linda has placed her order for the Sunflower Fairy. Can I use the midi? You certainly can. Oh, so glad you guys are loving these. Susan Lamb, my Hunky Dory parcel has just arrived. I'm so happy. Nothing starts the weekend off better than a Hunky Dory parcel.
Definitely not. I mean, think of all the fun you're going to have this weekend with that.
Oh, definitely.
I've just got a few elements that I just need to remove from here. So I'm just popping that off there. You don't want that to break. We've just got those pieces in her hair. So just bear with me while I'm popping these out.
That's absolutely fine. Linda Armstrong says, HD, will you be doing any Halloween stuff? We actually have launched our Halloween things.
Yes, we have.
We have got a stamp set, which is amazing, a spooky silhouettes one. We've got a trick or treat die, and they're absolute bargains as well, like $3 and $4.99.
It's incredible, that die.
We've got a trick or treat die with little bats on. We've got a stamp set, and we also have on the Hunky Dory hub, we have got an SVG pumpkin as well.
Which is super, super cute to use.
It's so fun, isn't it?
All of my bits and pieces. Oh, there's just one. There's always one piece. I think they're all out now. They're all out now. So I'm going to add to this. Let's just take this little piece of paper because we're going to do a little bit of colouring in on this. I'm going to use my Arctic Mist, which is this really light blue colour. And I'm just going to run that around the middle of my aperture. So really, really lightly in here, just add in a hint of blue. I think that's the outside edge.
Turquoisey, bluey green colour. It is like fairy dust colour, isn't it?
It is. It's so pretty, and it just adds that little bit of effect when we close this up now that you can see just that halo of blue. And then I'm going to place this on the inside. Let's flatten this back out because this is going to be easier to do. I've got a few colours I'm going to use here. I'll start off with my fairy, and I'm just going to pick out little hints of this colour to colour her in. So you've got her arms there, and then let's do her legs as well. Down here we've got some elements of grass, so, and obviously the amazing sort of leaf detail and other elements on these bluebells. So we'll just add colour all the way up to here, and on this gorgeous detail.
Amazing.
I think I've just gone a little bit too far on that bluebell there, but that's not a problem because we're gonna add colour into there. And also because these colours that we're using are so great to use on here, it doesn't necessarily matter if we don't colour the right bits, and you could do this with your inks as well actually.
Oh yeah,
Just go
definitely.
over with your ink pads and add in these hints of colours. Let's just go around the outside of this element here, and I'm using the fine nib on my pen, but just using it as like a guide to get into all of those details. And if you do want to add in touches of definition as well, we can definitely do that by just going in with like darker shades. So let's do the bottom part of here quite deep and dark, and then I'll go back in with the chisel tip now of my lighter colour to just blend the two together.
Yeah, that looks really good.
And it
blended.
does it so effortlessly as well. Then we need to colour in our little fairy. So I was going to give her a little blue dress.
Aww. They've all got such like personalities, these fairies, haven't they?
Yeah.
If you've got a favourite, I mean, they're all beautiful. If you can possibly pick a favourite, which is your favourite, let us know. And we've got the bluebell, we've got the dahlia, we've got the jasmine, and we've got the sunflower. Like I say, impossible to pick, and they're all absolutely stunning. But you know,
If you had to, which one would be your favourite?
I know, and I think the time of year makes a massive difference.
Yeah,
like,
it's very true.
I feel like I'm really drawn to the dahlia and the sunflower because those are the sort of like last bits of summer that we're still kind of seeing around. But they are all so beautiful.
I'm going to give her a little head of blonde hair. And then I need to colour in the stems of this flower. I haven't coloured her shoes in either.
What colour shoes? Are you going to give her blue shoes?
Blue shoes to match a dress,
pretty.
of course. Will be all matching in here. And I'm just ever so lightly adding that colour down. And at first it does look quite messy, but when we lift it up, you'll be able to see all of those little edges coloured in. So now onto the bluebells. I'm just going to go in with this lighter colour first of all. So let's just colour all of those elements in. And it's super easy to do this.
I think so, because they're on the edge, you've not got like a big image to like colour in. You can just, like you say, just brush over those die cuts, and it's so simple. You know, you don't need to be like an expert in like blending and matching colours up. You can just add a little bit of a delicate touch and it's lovely. So simple and easy.
Let's just I'm going to switch over to my other tip on my pen, just because I've got these more closer detailed edges. The best thing about your alcohol markers as well is that you don't have to go super close, because the colour kind of like bleeds out of here.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? You can just have that gentle touch and you find that it's done.
Yeah, if we just glide over those elements that are really quite close to that white cardstock, then it's just going to come out of here and look amazing. Super effortless to create these stunning effects with this cardstock. What else do we need to do? One more bluebell down here. So I'll just go in.
Oh, everyone is picking their favourites on YouTube. Susan says sunflower. Anne Clark says sunflower for me. Anne Paul says sunflower. Fairy the best, but dahlia in flowers. Facebook is very, very split as well. Sue says bluebell.
Really? I think the bluebell's my favourite.
Anne Dixon, bluebell. Pat Wheelwright says bluebell, but love them all. So nice. Carol Rooney says tulips are favourite flowers. Definitely love a tulip. Absolutely, sorry, just when I was reading those comments I hadn't noticed that you'd add that sort of navy to those. That looks so good.
Yeah, just adding that pop of colour onto the backs of onto like the roofs. I'd say roofs of the flowers.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what they are, aren't they? And it just
Definitely.
like brings it all together. And then let's just add it to the top of her skirt as well, because her skirt's kind of designed to look like a little bluebell, I think.
I think so.
So we'll add that in.
Pammy on YouTube as well has said you could back this with acetate. This is another great technique that we love here. Back the dye with acetate and colour from the back to make like a stained glass card.
You absolutely could. I'm not sure whose pen this is, but it was in here when we started the show and I was like, oh my god, I'm going to use this. But this is a silver like paint pen, super fine nib. I feel like it's Cat's.
Yeah, I think it sounds like
it sounds like a cat pen, doesn't it? But I'm just going to use this to give a really nice silver effect on here. And if you wanted to as well, we could add some glitter to our element, but we're just going to keep it really simple. Just colour that in with this silver pen. This one is a little bit finer than our other pen, so it's just taking a little bit longer to get into those grooves of our gorgeous wings here.
Oh, they look really good in that silver though, don't they?
So the magic is really going to happen when we lift this off and you get to see how amazing these colours look. And they're so easy to do this with as well. It's not taking that long at all. Okay, so popping this off now. This is our amazing aperture. You've got that hint of blue coming through from that centre circle, but we're just going to add in an even better touch by popping some of our blue duo tone paper pad behind here. So let's fit that in on there, and then I'm going to fold this over, and the sentiment I'm going to use on this one is trust the magic of a new beginning.
Oh, that's so nice.
Super sweet. And let's see if we can stamp it in this blue. And I'll just pop it into the middle of there. It's very light, so let's see if we can go back in and build that colour up. I probably won't be able to see it actually.
Oh, Susan Lamb said...
I think we'll just leave it, because I don't think you'll be able to see it when we pop that back in, but we'll add in some gemstones.
We were talking about this when we originally worked on them a couple of weeks ago. Susan Lamb says they remind me of the books that my daughter used to read called The Rainbow Fairies.
Yes,
and
my sister used to read those.
Yeah, and each one would have their own like little personality, and I think because all these dyes are slightly different, I think they've got the same sort of idea as well.
They're very sweet in that way. So just add in my gemstones into the centre of my card there. And then there you go, you can create beautiful apertures with this, and you can see that sentiment.
Oh, that looks lovely.
Just in this lighting. But I maybe would have used my Blue Lagoon because that's a little bit darker.
Yeah, absolutely. But you can obviously, when you've got more time at home, you can practice things like this, can't you? But that looks, that colouring is amazing, Nat. I love it.
Honestly, it's so easy to do. I've not done any blending.
No, just a little bit, and minimal colours as well.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 colours for the whole card, and look how wonderful that looks. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We are going to squeeze in a third and final demo from our lovely Natalie. We're going to recap it because I know a few of you have joined us a little bit later and are just tuning in, so do not worry. Right, let's have a look. What's next? Oh, we're going to show a couple more of our card makes. I did keep some to one side. So let's go in with these ones. So these are using more as like a topper on this one, just on that panel, bringing in that lace cardstock and cutting it out of Miri. Miri will make your cards super, super shiny and fairy-like and really, really easy to do as well. And we've got another one of our sunflowers. So many of you said this was your absolute favourite. And again, this is just on the edge, but popped on with some foam pads and stuck down there. You've got the sunflower in the dark, and it's just bringing in those two tones of the Matastic is so, so easy. And again, with an inked sentiment there on the bottom. We've got this really lovely rusty sort of sienna red there on this dahlia, bringing in some pattern papers just to give that a little bit of a pop. And again, you've got that Miri. Get out your ribbons, your gemstones, best wishes niece. It is so perfect for all those sort of like young girls and young ladies that we've got in our life. But I think fairies are for everyone, the young and the young at heart, but this niece sentiment is just perfect. We've got another one that uses a little bit of a colouring technique one. We've got some glitter on her wings and those sunflowers that you can just chop out and use them as decorative elements like on the borders of your cards as well.
That looks so good.
Yeah,
love the colouring on that.
Thanks. This is actually one of mine, but I love these, and I've snipped out some more of these sunflowers because they're just so gorgeous, and pop them in a box for next time. And then you've got that fairy just on the edge of that fold back. Again, the two tones in the Matastic working perfectly. And then finally, we've got this one from our lovely Debbie. Again, just bringing in that rainbow Miri and using that stamp as a sort of background piece. It's so, so easy to do, and a little bit of acetate. And then that is how, if you wanted to colour this in, you could colour on the reverse here and just have it through as a stained glass kind of window card. Beautiful ribbon there as well on that one. And then finally, we have got to show you this amazing 3D make from our lovely Jane. And shall we pop the fairy lights on? Why not? Oh,
it's so cute, this, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. We've got a different fairy and a different colour on each panel of this amazing lantern in the black and the Miri, just looking amazing there. So if you really want to like step up your makes, you can make boxes, lanterns, everything with these beautiful, beautiful dies. So let's kind of recap those, and then we'll announce the Win It Weekly winners before going over to Natalie. So our Fairy Petals Ultimate Collection, $44.96 there, containing all 4 of these beautiful dies. We've got our beautiful bluebell, we've got our dazzling dahlia, we've got our joyful jasmine, and then finally we have got our sweet sunflower there as well. Your price on those is incredible as well. Let me just get that for you. They are really, really, so it's $38.67, and then the Club Hunky Dory price is $36.73, and the Diamond member price on that is $34.80. Birthday 14 for 14% off all of your orders. We've then got our Duo Tone Matastic, which we have bundled up with the dies, and that's $52.95, but again, that is your full price there as well. Containing all 4 of those dies and this incredible Duo Tone Matastic as well. So you get the brighter colour on one side and then exactly the same colour, just in a paler tone on the reverse as well. So again, 3 sheets of each colour on these for you. You've got all those beautiful tones that just work so perfectly with your florals, your blue there as well. And then finally your sort of neutral brown there as well. This is almost like a mink colour, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. So that is in your sort of bundle there. And then finally we have got our little stamp set, the perfect edition, £8, but again, don't forget all of your discounts on those with those wonderful 8 stamped in that little set there for you, a selection of sparkly sentiments. So that is everything that we have to show you on our Fairy Petals Edge It collection. So before we head to our wonderful demonstrator Natalie for her 3rd demo, let's announce the Win It Weekly winners. I'm so excited. So the question that we asked you was, how many candles were on the world's biggest birthday cake? Is it A, B or C? It's 55,142, 72,585 or 32,469. The answer is actually B, which is the highest amount.
Wow.
72,585.
Oh my goodness.
Is that a picture of it? Oh my goodness.
This looks like a disaster. I'm not going to lie. Did anyone eat that cake afterwards?
I mean, that just looks like...
That
oh
is
my goodness, that looks
crazy.
very scary. So you may need a little bit of help blowing out all the candles on this celebratory cake. A team of 100 people came together to achieve this bake in honour of their meditation teacher at the Sri Chinmoy Centre, New York, on the 27th of August 2016. That just looks horrible. I'm not going to lie. That is just scary.
I feel like they've gone to such an effort to make that cake.
I know.
You can't possibly eat it.
To then just set it on.
It's practically on fire.
No, not for me. Not for me. So, the reason why we asked you that crazy question is because we are giving away this wonderful Diamond Sparkle Shimmer card. So, Gemma, have we got our winners? Congratulations to Andrew Haynes, Catherine Jones and Mary Reeves.
Well done, people.
You are going to be taking home all this wonderful cardstock. Congratulations, guys. If you pop us a direct message or an email at studio@hunkydorycrafts.co.uk or our service team, they will sort that out for you and you will be crafting with this beautiful card. Natalie, are you ready for your third and final demo?
I'm ready. Let's do this. So, I've got my A4 card and I've scored it in the middle to make a... let me just see if this one is a little bit longer. To make an A5 card, so it's directly scored in the middle, and then I'm going to pop this onto here. So we've got about a 2-inch width on this section, and it will go over the top ever so slightly, but that is not a problem. Just add your tape, make sure that it's nice and in line there, and then let's run it through our Gemini. So we'll get our plates, we'll add in our magnetic sheet again, our metal sheet again, sorry, just so it cuts really, really nicely through this. So let's run it through. Here are all those crunches. I'm going to stop it and run it back the other way, just so it goes through that twice, so it's getting extra cutting through there. So this time we're going to do like a landscape card with this. So let's pop this out. I'm going to remove my tape and my die from here. Just lifting that out. And then we're just going to give it a little bit of a shake and bring in our trimmer. Let's move my bits and pieces. So on your trimmer, you're going to line up this bit now to that score line. And we're just going to cut all the way across, being really careful when it joins up to those flowers, because we want to keep those in on that top section. So now we have our wonderful detailing. I'm just going to take my brush just to get the rest of these pieces out, and they're absolutely incredible.
Amazing.
How well these cut and how well all of these pieces just fall out of here, and that's why just making really simple cards and utilising this adorable scorable with its double-sided edges is just the best. So let's just move that one there. Just stuck around that little edge. Remove her shoe.
Viv Williams has put a comment on Facebook and said, can already see this is going to be a stunner.
Oh, thank you.
Ah.
So pop in that detail in. Let's move all of our bits and pieces out of the way, and then we can now take our score tool again, score it across that edge, and I am just going to go in, fold this back out and go in with my scissors, because there's just a little bit on that edge there where obviously it was folded, that it's just sort of giving me a little white lip. So if we just trim that away, it's really going to tidy that card up, because otherwise I know I'm just going to be super like aware of that being there. So our little extra piece here, we're going to make a panel with. So let's just trim that down ever so slightly, because it is a little bit too big for our card. And then I'm going to take the tape that I've got on the back here, because we're going to use some ribbon to really bring this to life. So I've gone in with a really nice light pink colour, so just placing that on top of here, and then I'm going to do exactly the same. Let's just add a little bit more tape over the top, and I'm going to release this now onto here. Oh, I've lost my super pink. Let's see, we've got some more in this box. I think we do.
Oh, that's really pretty.
Just double that ribbon onto there, and then we pop this onto our card. So just making sure that's nice and straight, adding that onto this nice little 2-inch panel that we created earlier, and then obviously we need a lovely little bow. So bringing in all the pinks for this one.
It's so pretty.
And then we're gonna add our sentiment and do a tinsy wincy little bit of heat embossing.
Are we really? How exciting.
So popping that now in place, and that'll fit really nicely on there. We've still, I don't know where they went, because we had a lot of them.
Glue dots?
Yeah. Oh, here.
Have you found them? Amazing.
Yeah. They were on the side. So let's pop that back in there. Take the backing off here, place it directly onto that piece. Oops. And then onto there, like so. And then we bring in our trusted anti-static bag. And the stamp I'm choosing for this one is Dream Big, Sparkle More and Shine Bright. So
lovely. Just
going to go in with my black VersaFine, because it is it does work in the same way as this, and we're going to go up here. So it does work in the same way as your Versa Mark does. I just like it because you can see that you've stamped it.
Yeah, definitely, so especially on a pale colour.
Sometimes it's just a little bit nicer to have that guide already. So let's pop that onto here. I can go back in there, and we'll get our heat tool out. Full blast for this one. Look at that silver just shining through there. Wow. It just gives so much more to that card. And then because we've used, oops, I'm throwing everything everywhere. Because we've used silver on our card, let's go in with some silver glitter gemstones. So let's do...
Oh, that's just going to marry up with that sentiment so perfectly.
Oops. Down the bottom of this card here. And then move my bits and pieces out of the way. There you go.
Gorgeous. Oh, I almost forgot that it was a tent fold.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is absolutely amazing. So much dimension there. And because it's all duotone, you know...
So simple to do.
So simple. You know, if you did that out of a normal card, you'd have all that white space to worry about. You don't with our duotones. It is absolutely phenomenal. Thank you. All the demonstrations have been lovely today.
Thanks.
I forgot to squeeze this in as well, but it's definitely worth squeezing in because it is incredible.
Oh my goodness.
A scored card blanks mega mix.
Is this going to be on offer as well?
It certainly is.
What on earth?
100 card blanks with envelopes, 10 different sizes, 10 of each. You can see all the sizes there. So we've got our dinky little one there, right up to our huge a 8x8 size there as well. 10 different sizes. You've got some 7x5s in there. You've got some 6x, and all with matching envelopes.
That is crazy.
So that is £19.99, which is already an absolute bargain.
Incredible price.
Right, the prices on these are £16.33 for club. Is this right, Gemma? Because I've got on here £17.19. And then the diamond member price is £15.47. Amazing. Regardless.
Discount on that.
I always find myself running out of card blanks as well.
All the time.
So a couple of packs of these stocked up for like the entire year, or like maybe 6 months if you craft as much as us. And that is just going to keep you going for ages and ages. And again, you can ink these because they're on our Ink Me cardstock. You can matte and layer onto them. You can do some funky chopping like what Natalie did with that other demo. Do fold backs, easels, on and on and on. The possibilities are absolutely endless with those. So I had to bring those in. Gemma is just double checking that price for us because, like I say, I've got £17.19 on here, but I've got £19.99 on the banner. So we're just going to double check that for you. Oh, okay, yeah. So £19.99 is your full price. Just with the birthday 14, that brings it down to £17.19. Then the club member, we're going down and down and down here. £16.33, and your diamond member price is £15.47.
£15?
For 100 card blanks with matching envelopes. Get this in your basket today, right now. If you literally just don't add anything else, get a couple of packs of these because they are so handy. Right, last thing that we're going to do, you guys know what we're doing here. It's spin the wheel time. Okay, so Nat is just getting her muscles into gear and getting this wheel for us. She's going to give it a good spin.
I'm ready.
Ready to go. And the question we would like you to answer today is, let me find it. Oh, we're going to stick with the fairy theme today.
Okay.
If you had the ability to craft a spellbinding crafty magic, what would it be?
Crafted magic?
That would be really hard, wouldn't it? This is what we want you guys at home to let us know, and you could be in with a chance of winning whatever this wheel is going to land on.
I'd like to be able to envision a card in my head, click my fingers, and it just be done.
Yeah. I think I would like the ability for my crafts desk and room to tidy itself.
Oh, why didn't I think of that?
I just click my fingers and my desk would be all nice and tidy.
We need that. We need that. Let us know yours though.
Gemma, do you have any crafty spells?
Just
trying to think. Let's have a look. Have we got? Oh, let's spin this wheel and see what we're giving away.
See what we're gonna win. Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
Oh, let's hope it's a good one for our birthday week. Let's see. Where are we going? Oh, this is a good one actually.
Watercolour pencils.
Watercolour pencils. What an absolute. They are pretty magical in themselves, aren't they?
They really are.
Watercolour pencils.
They are.
Wow.
Absolutely magical. So if you want to win those, get your comments in. A few people agreeing with me to tidy the craft room.
We need that.
Shelley Alden, get glue off my fingertips. You know, I went for my nails last night and she went, do you know you've got a bit of glue on your fingers? Occupational hazard. It's definitely to find the perfect card for any situation. Sarah White to make 100 cards at once. Judith Cole to do crystal art at the speed of the Instagram reels. I love that. Janie Dunk, the ability to make cards where none of my toppers end at wonky. Absolutely. Always cut in the right space. Let me hop over to YouTube because I'm sure you guys have got some amazing crafty spells as well. To find lost dies. Oh, totally agree. I lose everything all the time. Jane Brooks to be able to colour. Gillian Hall to magically do all my mats and layers straight, even and perfect. Extra space in the craft room and to colour and blend. quite a few colouring. You could,
Quite
which
a
is
few colouring.
very appropriate when we're
It
giving
is,
away
isn't
some
it?
watercolouring
I mean,
pencils.
You can colour like a professional with these pencils.
I think so.
You do not need any experience.
No.
They are incredible.
Absolutely. They are so, so easy to use. And again, obviously, if you're not the best colourer, if you win these today, you can just practice and practice and practice.
Exactly.
Let me just, whilst the comments are coming in, let me leave you with the TV schedule. So on Tuesday, is that you, Natalie, going to Hobby Maker?
I am, yes.
1 p.m, you are launching our new deluxe craft pads.
I am.
A brand new, never before seen collection at 3 p.m.
Is it?
Apparently so. This is what I've got here. And at 5 p.m, we've got another look at our Edge It Fairy dies. So they are.
I don't think that's right.
Oh, this is what I've got.
We can't be doing the fairy dies because the fairy dies are sold out.
I did think they sold out.
We can't be doing the fairy dies, so we'll see.
Either
It'll be
way,
fun, though.
Natalie's at Hobby Maker. This is just, honestly, you guys, I'm just reading what I've got.
It's all the changes.
And next up on Hunky Dory TV, we are taking Stamping to the Stars with the launch of a new Super Stellar
Oh my goodness.
stamp collection.
This is going to be awesome.
So next week is already going to be incredible, especially because we are extending that birthday offer as well. All the way till Wednesday.
Oh my goodness, those stamps are going to be incredible prices.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
They're going to be so low. What are they normally? £8?
Yeah.
With 14% off.
And your club or diamond discount as well.
24% off, £8.
Amazing.
That's unspeakable.
You've got to join us next week. To always have the pages in the little books. I absolutely love that comment, Sharon. That would be one of my crafty spells too. Gemma, have we got a winner? We do. Hodge Becky on Facebook. Amazing. And what is her crafty spell?
To craft up more, magic up more craft space.
Oh, to magic yourself more craft space. Yeah, if you could just stretch my desk and craft room, that would be amazing. So congratulations, Hodge Becky. If you send us a message, we will get those amazing watercolour pencils in the post for you. So thank you so much for joining us. I think we've had a little bit of fairy dust and a little bit of magic today on our show. It's been wonderful to go through this amazing live launch for you, and we will see you next week.